Boy.
Yeah, bro.
Boy.
Dude.
Umekapitia.
Yeah.
And this is just one woman. 5 years of emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing that message of exploitable vulnerability now is starting to make sense to you.
It's making sense, bro.
Because you rejected the relationship.
Yeah.
You rejected the relationship. But she found a way to exploit. And I said in the exploitable vulnerability video, I said, men are kind, men are loving, men are soft. Men care and they trust way too much.
Yeah.
In abstract, all those things are virtues. Those are very good things. A kind, loving, soft, approachable man.
Yeah.
That also has the grace for other people. In themselves, those are virtues. But in the hands of a woman, there is potential for her to exploit that. And the exploitation comes when you have a need to practice your kindness. And it sounds so bad when I'm saying the kindness now.
Oh, shit.
You being kind is a virtue. But when you have a need to practice that kindness, when you have a need to practice that love, when you have a need to practice that vulnerability of you trusting somebody, then she activates the exploitation. She's just there waiting. Activate that need. You are a kind person. You are kind with your time. You are kind with your money. You are kind with your information. As soon as you have a need to practice that God-forgiven virtue in you as a man, she makes it an exploitable vulnerability. She turns it into a weakness. And now you are looking at all your 5 years. They are all dotted with weaknesses. In abstract, you are just being kind. You are just being a good friend. You had even set the rules. You are just going to be friends.
I've helped them financially. Wouldn't they also be obligated to be like, okay, you know what, you've helped me. Here's your money back. Thank you for helping me. Friendship should kind of be two ways. Or am I wrong here in saying this statement?
Tell me more, Kenobia.
That's what I'm thinking.
You give a woman money for whatever reason, and you expect her to pay you back because she told you it was just a loan. I'm refunding you on Monday. If things don't go right, maybe Tuesday. It's a must. I'm refunding you that money. And you can know that you sit there and you are like, oh, I even need to use that money on Wednesday to do something. So you are now on Tuesday, you are waiting for that money. From who? From who?
So,
my people, the Kikuyus, they have a saying. Joranago. Those ones are the ones that disappear with the witch doctor. Jora na ago. You cannot go to the witch doctor and ask for a refund.
Anyway. So check this out.
And you can remember at the end I said, why else do you think women keep BFF around? They have friendships with men that they label them as BFF. There's nothing going on here. We are just friends. You offered it.
Stop there for a second. Now that you have just mentioned this was something I did not say. I wanted to hear it from you, and you have absolutely validated that. She had a lot of male friends. In fact, she confessed to me all her friends are men.
Sign
That in itself,
on the dotted line, Kinobia.
yeah.
You are BFF number 17.
Ah. This story I wanted to share with you. I kind of feel like it will definitely. I need to share it because enough is enough. I've reached a point where I'm kind of really fed up with this girl. So this girl, let me set some context here. This girl started talking to me back in 2020, and that at that time I was on Facebook. I've left Facebook. I've left all these social media apps. I'm literally the only platform I'm on is YouTube. I don't do X. I don't do Instagram anymore. Like I was back in 2020, 2019, yes, but now I'm just completely off these sites because I just feel like so much, like you mentioned, the thirst traps and all of that. And I was like, I want to stay away from this. Secondly, is I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
You know, once you start climbing up the corporate ladder and you start seeing that my time is actually very valuable.
Yes.
And you have to keep time because I these days I worship time like it's God, bro.
Yep.
That's what you've seen me like 12 on the, I told you 12 on the dot, I'm here, I'm ready because I schedule everything. I know what I need to schedule my time because the higher up you climb, you know how valuable time is. Anyway.
Exactly.
So I left all these freaking apps. I was like, TikTok is the worst. The worst. If you want to get brain cancer, just join TikTok. I left TikTok, X, all of these are freaking social because I don't have the time for this crap.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, I was still on Facebook back in 2020, and I, just posting some random pictures here and then. This girl saw one of my pictures, and she reached out to me, and she started talking to me, and one thing led to another. She got into my inbox. I shared my number. Now remember, I got the Manosphere content in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
That's when that content hit me. But this was 2020, so I was still, I guess you can call me blue-pilled or whatever, but I wasn't aware of what was going on. So she reached out to me 2020. She got into my inbox. She started, talking to me. Now, when I saw her on video for the first time, when we exchanged WhatsApp numbers, and she video called me.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I was like, there is no way in hell we are going to be in a relationship. Because I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, but I just did not find her attractive at all. I'm going to just lay down the law there and say, I'm going to put the foot down and say, I did not find her attractive at all. Mm-hmm. And I told her that from day one. I told her, look, you and I, we can just be friends. Uh-huh. In hindsight, looking back at that, I wish I never said that. But anyway, let's move forward. So she said, okay, fine, we can just be friends. In her mind, she was thinking probably, oh, if I have enough conversations with him, I might be able to switch this guy into a boyfriend. But I told her from day one, I don't see us being more than friends. So once that was laid down, we carried on with our conversation and interactions and whatnot. Now, as my career progressed over the years, 2020, 2021, I got more and more busier. So there was only a limited amount of time that I could really spend communicating with her. And she would constantly keep calling me, constantly keep reaching out. And she reached out, and every time she would reach out, every time there was even a time I just started dreading her calls, but I'll get to that later. When I'd click yes, I accept the call, and I start getting on a call with her. This is what she would do. She would constantly rant about the problems that are going on in her life. She would talk about her. Yes, I'm not even freaking joking, bro. Okay, in the beginning, I thought maybe, she's just sharing, she's opening up to me, it's fine, it's okay, I'm getting to know her. So me personally, that's not how I roll. I wouldn't open up immediately on the first couple of calls.
Yeah.
I wouldn't open up immediately like that. I wouldn't share everything. Like the amount of information she had just dumped on me,
Yeah.
constantly sharing all of her problems
Yes.
And past relationship problems, issues with her mom, issues with her brother, and constantly putting herself into this victim mentality and saying, oh, people just hate me. People don't want to listen to me. No one is there to support me. No one's there to help me out. And the lizard brain that I have, the idiot Kinudia brain, whips for myself, if I can give myself some whips, I was there saying, oh, okay, how can I help you? I wanted to be there to try and validate her points and validate and tell her and comfort her, basically. And be like, oh, no, it's okay, don't worry. I'd even try and give her some advice. Oh, just don't do this, maybe do that, to try and help her with her problems. And these phone calls would go on for 3 hours, 4 hours. Whoa. And when that phone call would end, I would feel like shit.
Drained.
Because I just, drained, completely drained, and I'd feel like shit. And I'd be like, for 3 hours, she has constantly kept talking to me about her problems. She has not even given me because the conversation is supposed to be 2 ways.
Correct.
Isn't it? Like the way you and I are talking, you share something, I share something back.
Yeah.
But a conversation with her would just be a one-way street. She would just dump all this garbage onto me, constantly fueling me with all this, making me feel like I should be there to come in and help her or protect her or whatever. Okay. It got on. And every time I was shocked or I wanted to help, it made her even share more with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, here's the messed up part. There was a time I said, I'm fed up with this. I can't take this anymore. And I was just thinking in my mind, I was like, man, I can't do this anymore. Because the conversations always felt one way. Every time I pick up the phone, she wants validation that what she's going through in her life and how she's treating other people in her life, I should come in and say, yes, you are right. What other people are doing to you are wrong. And I said, I can't deal with this anymore. So I blocked her. And I stopped talking to her. And 2021, I was going through a really tough time at that point, and I was like, I don't want to really speak to anyone at that time, so I just really focused on my work and everything. Back to 2022, late 2022 to 2023, this was actually when I came back from Kenya. I think I'd switched phones or something, and when you switch WhatsApp or something, I think switch lines or something, it forgets your people in the blocked list.
Yes.
And she saw my profile picture, so she knew I'd unblocked her. So she instantly reached out. And when she reached out and she started saying, no, look, I'm sorry, I was just waiting for you. I don't know what happened. I don't know why you blocked me. Please don't do that again. I'm going to be, I'm here for you. I want to listen to you. Don't worry, everything's fine. She got into my head. And I made the mistake of taking her call. And I took her call, and she got into my head again, and she started sharing more and, trying to be sympathetic. But at the same time, when I gave in, she flipped the script again, started, dumping all her problems back onto me. Then she started telling me about her financial problems. Started saying, oh, I'm really looking for a job. I can't find a job. And she's in Kenya. I can't find a job. I'm really struggling to find a job. I don't know what to do. I really need some help. Then she told me that she's contacting someone in the UK here that's going to help her get a job. And she just needs the money to do the visa application and the IELTS exam so that she can pass that and then get approved and she can travel to get the job. Now, in my mind, I was thinking, and she really got into my mind. She really got into my head. And the idiot that I was thinking, oh, okay, if I give her this money, she'll get a job. She'll be able to make money and she'll be able to pay me back. So I sent her, I think, 35,000 Kenya shillings. Oh, this was 2023, so 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. I think by that time, I was in a good place. 35K, what's that? What, 200 pounds? 200 pounds is like, 200 pounds is the chair I'm sitting on right now is worth 200 pounds. So it's like 200 pounds. Well, what's that? All right, let's send it across. Let's see. I'm here to be, you know, the savior, the protector. And I did this. And I didn't ask her for anything. All these years that I've known her, remember, keep this in mind. She has always been dumping these problems on me. Problems with her mom, problems with her brother, financial problems, problems with her ex freaking boyfriends, whatever. She kept dumping all these problems on me. I helped her financially. She didn't get the job, unfortunately. I said, you know what? It's okay. It's fine. I didn't say anything. This nonsense kept going on for a year, another 2 years. Now, this year, 2025, bro, I said enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. This is manipulative to another level. Even if we're not in a relationship, think, because I try to step back and look at it from a logical standpoint. If this was my friend, I've helped them financially, wouldn't they also be obligated to be like, okay, you know what, you've helped me, here's your money back, thank you for helping me. Friendship should kind of be two ways, or am I wrong here in saying this statement?
Tell me more, Kenobia.
That's what I'm thinking.
You give a woman money for whatever reason, and you expect her to pay you back because she told you it was just a loan. I'm refunding you on Monday. If things don't go right, maybe Tuesday, it's a must. I'm refunding you that money. And you can know that you sit there and you are like, oh, I even need to use that money on Wednesday to do something. So you are now on Tuesday, you are waiting for that money. From who? From who? So... My people, the Kikuyus, they have a saying. Joranago. Those ones are the ones that disappear with the witch doctor. Jora na ago. You cannot go to the witch doctor and ask for a refund.
Anyway. So check this out. I'm not even lying, bro. So what happened this year? I said, let me flip the script. Let's see what happens if I start telling her that I have financial problems. Let's see what she does. So I made up a lame excuse, and I texted her and I told her, I took a loan, and these guys, they want their money. I haven't been paid this month. Are you able to just maybe, out of maybe the 35, just send me 10K, just 10,000 Kenya shillings. That's like what, 50, 60 pounds, whatever, 100 pounds. Just send that back. I cleared this loan, and then, you know, once my paycheck comes in, I'll send it back to you because I know you're always in a financial problem, so it's all right. It's all good.
Yeah.
You will not believe what she told me. She told me, I'm at the hospital right now, and the doctors are saying they have they're almost diagnosing me with cancer. Wow. I was like, what? Are you for real? She's like, yeah, I'm serious. She sent me an MRI of her heel or something, like her foot.
Of course.
She told me like her heel is having like a protrusion at the back of the heel.
Yes.
And I was in complete shock. I was like, shit, I felt guilty. I felt guilty for even asking her because she just dropped this bomb on me. I was like, damn, cancer, are you for real?
Yeah.
She's like, yes. I'm going through, I might have cancer right now.
Yeah.
And the hospital bill is, it's crazy right now. I don't know where I'm going to get this money to.
I need you strong, Kenodia. I need you strong.
Hang on. Hang on. So when she told me that, in my mind I was thinking, for the past 5 years I have known this woman.
Yeah.
The only thing she has ever done is share her problems. Share her problems. So I did this. I told her, I understand you're going through some problems, but I am going through this problem now.
Mm-hmm.
For the 5 years I've known you, I have never asked her for money. I've never asked her for anything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Never have I ever not even demand is even is too high of a word, like even requested her to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
She has been the one contacting me. I pick up her calls like an idiot that I was. She called me at 6 a.m. She's in Kenya, so that's 2 hours back during summertime. She calls me at freaking 8 a.m. There's like 6 a.m. here, and I'm the idiot that I am picking up her calls and then being on a call with her for freaking 3 hours to listen to her garbage. All this crap. I just told her, look, and this was the problem I made up. Remember, this is not a real problem. I just said, I want to just see what would happen if the roles were reversed.
Yeah.
And I asked her, can you help me financially now that I'm going through a problem?
Yeah.
She drops the cancer thing on me. Now I'm just like, what the fuck how do I even respond now to this? And then Monday she drops the cancer bomb. On Wednesday, she texts me and tells me, I had an argument with my mom at home. I'm running away from home and getting married to this man. I will not be able to communicate with you. And then she blocks me.
Have you seen how Hollywood does if they are in the middle of making a movie and one of the characters die in real life? They have to accommodate a scenario where that character dies on the movie also, to get rid of the character. Kinuthia.
Yeah, whips for me, man.
The moment you believed that there was a job to be had and she needed that 5K, that moment is when she started building nyumba ya ghorofa in her head. That moment, she was like, I got him now. I have had him emotionally, I have had him psychologically, I have had him with his time and his attention. Now I have him financially.
Yeah.
The moment you believe the lie. Bro, if I give you my stories of approaches for money, general, women and men, and I show you my response. No, I can't, but I am sorry. No, I can't, but I am sorry.
But I'm sorry. Yeah.
Standard response.
In the 5 years, even when I blocked her and accidentally unblocked, she was there. And now, when I flipped the script with a fake need, it wasn't even like I was. So I'm thinking, what if I was in an actual crisis? This was a fake, problem that I was saying just because I wanted to see what she would do.
Yeah.
And she had the audacity to tell me cancer, and then Wednesday she's getting married and she blocks me.
Yes. Yes.
I was like,
She has to adjust the script Because now you have started becoming her. She's the one who is exploiting your vulnerability. Now you have gotten the script. Now you want to exploit her vulnerability. Who do you think you are, a woman? You don't have the right to do such things.
Oh, fuck.
Way.
Yeah, bro. Dude.
Umekapitia.
Yeah.
And this is just one woman. 5 years of emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing that message of exploitable vulnerability now is starting to make sense to you.
It's making sense, bro.
Because you rejected the relationship.
Yeah.
You rejected the relationship. But she found a way to exploit. And I said in the exploitable vulnerability video, I said, men are kind, men are loving, men are soft. Men care and they trust way too much.
Yeah.
In abstract, all those things are virtues. Those are very good things. A kind, loving, soft, approachable man.
Yeah.
That also has the grace for other people. In themselves, those are virtues. But in the hands of a woman, there is potential for her to exploit that. And the exploitation comes when you have a need to practice your kindness. And it sounds so bad when I'm saying it like this now.
Oh, shit.
You being kind is a virtue. But when you have a need to practice that kindness, when you have a need to practice that love, when you have a need to practice that vulnerability of you trusting somebody, then she activates the exploitation. She's just there waiting. Activate that need. You are a kind person. You are kind with your time. You are kind with your money. You are kind with your information. As soon as you have a need to practice that God-forgiven virtue in you as a man, she makes it an exploitable vulnerability. She turns it into a weakness. And now you are looking at all your 5 years. They are all dotted with weaknesses. In abstract, you are just being kind. You are just being a good friend. You had even set the rules. You are just going to be friends. And you can remember at the end I said, why else do you think women keep BFF around? They have friendships with men that they label them as BFF. There's nothing going on here. We are just friends. You offered it. You offered it.
Stop there for a second. Now that you have just mentioned this was something I did not say. I wanted to hear it from you, and you have absolutely validated that. She had a lot of male friends. In fact, she confessed to me all her friends are men.
Mm-hmm. Sign on the dotted line, Kino. Yeah. You are BFF number 17. In exploitable vulnerability, she has to exploit which is otherwise a virtue in a man. And she has to present a situation where you feel a need to act upon that kindness of yours. Act upon that goodness of yours. Act upon that grace of yours. Act upon that trust you have. Now, you believed that she has a need that can be tackled by that 5,000. She created it in her head. But even today, right now, you just told me, but unfortunately, she did not get the job. You still believe there was a job to be had.
Exactly. Exactly. Freaking hell. Freaking hell. Yes, I still do believe that there was a job that she was, because she showed me screenshots of the messages she was having with the guy who was going to promise her the job. She showed me screenshots of the IELTS exam that she went and took.
And when she created a whole new need of having cancer, she even showed you photos of her leg.
Yes.
And you ran with it.
Yeah.
If you had asked for a video, flip the camera to a video, show me on a video, FaceTime or a WhatsApp video, then there would be no power and the world has just ended in that very moment. But Kenodia, you don't have the information, which is now why we are talking. So that we are not eliminating men and women interacting. We are giving the man the information on how to interact with a woman. We want these interactions to happen. But you are ill-equipped right now until you have the information.
This is why I said from the beginning, yes, we have the information now, but also the application, experience of applying this information now into the real world is where the other challenge is.
Yes.
Because I got the information in 2022, bro. I started reading up and looking at all the content of the Manosphere stuff. But even after I was watching this content, in my mind, I was still, oh, this is just entertainment or whatever, you know. This can't happen to me. And then it happens to you. And you're like, damn.
You know, something as seemingly genuine as, oh my goodness, which hospital are you in?
Yeah.
You don't give the whole information at once. You first ask, which hospital are you in?
Yeah.
She said, this hospital. Okay, I'm sending my friend right now. Now, the difference is, you have put her in a bite to say where she is. If you said, which hospital are you in so that I can send my friend to come see you?
Yeah.
You have failed.
Yeah.
Which hospital are you in? First, let's deal with that information. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sending my friend in 20 minutes. Then a whole news picture shows up. Oh, they are not accepting visitors. The road just blocked. The president is just passing. The president is walking right in front of the hospital and it's all blocked. Nobody is accessing the hospital today. Kenodia, all you need is information on how to engage.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Story of my life, man.
She had cancer 2 days ago. She's getting married. And now
married
you have
on
been
Wednesday.
killed in the movie script.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, man.
Why? Why?
Oh, bro, yeah, man. We can sit here and talk for days because these stories have been suppressed and we have been told, and why would you want to? Who's going to even be there to listen to these stories? Who, and even if you share these stories with women, they will use them against you.
No, you share them with men, and then you realize how common what you just went through is. Chances are there will be 1 or 2 men that were dealing with the same woman, not identical woman, that very woman. Remember where you signed on the dotted line? BFF number 17? Welcome to number 8, Kenodia.
Yep.
What? What? My friend. Si umekapitia?
We are done here, bro. We are done, man.
Where.
Yeah, man.
So I am not even going to conclude this conversation because this is not ending. I'm not going to say, oh, no, thank you. No, bro. You are going to come back here and tell us another scenario. You know when we talked about me as number 17 BFF, it reminded me of this other one. I am waiting for it.
Very slowly, very surely, bro. I have a lot to share. And, man, there's a lot to discuss, bro. Not only just women, but also experiences being brought up and how I was brought up.
Yeah.
And the lack of my dad being there for me after the age of 18. We will discuss all of these things later, bro.
Yeah.
We'll definitely set some time aside.
Yes.
The only problem is weekends are the best time we can definitely catch up. You know?
Oh yeah, I'll buy a weekend from the future just to have a conversation with you the next available weekend.
I really appreciate it, man.
All
It
right.
has been an absolute pleasure, man. Thank you first for setting up the platform.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for opening your arms and accepting us for the shit that we have gone through, man. And I really appreciate all the hard work that you're also putting in to create the content, to send the message out there. You're doing an amazing job, bro. So I really do appreciate it, man.
All right.
Nice one.
Let's continue doing this. Every man, especially the younger ones, they need to have this information so that they know what kind of waters they are chartering.
Absolutely, bro.
And you are such a huge resource for you to be so free and able to share your experiences so willingly. It makes all the difference.
It is not an easy. It's not an easy thing to do, but it has to be done.
Yes.
Not only for my own, freaking because you can't have these stories sitting in your mind alone and you're sitting in a dark room with these things in your mind. You'll go mental, bro.
Exactly.
If you don't talk about these things,
exactly,
go mental. So
exactly.
Thank you for listening out, man. I really appreciate it, man.
And the secret is to always find out that the woman is not the problem. And I know the manosphere gets accused of demonizing the woman. No.
Yeah.
Everything we have said so far today, the woman was just being a woman. You are the one who needed the information on how to engage that woman.
Yeah.
A woman is a woman is a woman. A woman is always going to do what a woman is going to do. Period. Now, the man has to have the information on the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, bro.
All right?
Thank you so much for your time, bro.
Thank you, my friend.
Let me call it a day. I need to go and do other stuff, man.
All right, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Let's do this another time, sooner than later.
Absolutely.
In Spanish, instead of saying hasta luego, like see you next time, you say hasta pronto, see you soon.
Hasta pronto.
See, that's soon.
All right.
Okay?
Take it easy, bro.
Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you.
All right.